Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
coming to you live from the McPherson Academic and Athletic Complex here on the beautiful campus of the University of Mount Union. You are tuned in to Mountain Union Purple Raider basketball here on the men's basketball live stream as we have a Monday night edition here of men's hoops as your 11th ranked Mountain Union Purple Raiders play host to LaRoche Redhawks coming out of the Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference here on this Monday night. My name is Jacob Batar. Alongside me we have the great Davis Roby. And Davis, this Mountain Union men's basketball team is coming off a major win against Heidelberg, but they're going to have a quick turnaround here. They just played on Saturday. They're going to be facing LaRoche here tonight. LaRoche comes into this one 8-7, 6-2 overall in their conference as well. Take us through some of the highlights for the LaRoche Redhawks.
Yeah, so the player we're going to look at today, Jacob, is Devon Daryl. For the Redhawks, he is currently leading their team in scoring with just 13.5 a game. And he also leads the team in assists with just over 4. But in their last game out against Pitt Bradford, which they had won that contest 88-61, Dominic Elliott led the way with 14 points, as well as Jordan Grayson added 13, while Isaiah Thomas had 12 points. They out-rebounded Pitt Bradford 44-27, and as a team shot 16 for 33, which is a 49% clip from the three-point line, but also held Pitt Bradford to 7% from the three-point line. So obviously them limiting that three ball is going to help them a lot in tonight's game if they're able to do that against the Purple Raiders.
Yeah, and that's for sure. And coming into this one, LaRoche is a very high-scoring basketball team as well. They're averaging around 81 points per game as a team. As Davis mentioned, the 16 threes in their last contest. They like to put up a lot of threes in their game plans as they shoot around 37% from the three-point line, a very respectable mark at that. So definitely expect some high scoring from the Redhawks, who interestingly enough are actually going to be starting 3 freshmen here tonight as well. But taking a look at your 11th ranked Purple Raiders, they moved up from 17-11 with the major win against Heidelberg, 82-56, avenging one of their 2 losses on Saturday. Davis, who really stood out to you for the Purple Raiders in that game, and who's going to stick out to you here tonight?
Yeah, so in the last game, we're actually going to look at someone who comes off the bench for the Raiders, Andrew Keller, the junior out of Painesville, Ohio. He led the Raiders with a career-high 19 points. Ethan Stanislawski finished with 14 points, while Darrell Newsom added 13 points and 8 rebounds. The team total shot 53% from the field and held Heidelberg to 34% shooting and out-rebounded them 46-34. But the guy I think I'm going to look forward most to tonight is who was just announced the OAC Player of the Week, Christian Parker. He leads the Raiders with points per game with just under 18 a game with 17.8. But he's also second on the team in rebounds with 7.3. But overall, the Raiders have a lot of great players that contribute to the team as a whole.
Yeah, that's for sure. Christian Parker was named the OAC Player of the Week, like Davis mentioned, after having a week in which he averaged 16 points per game and 8 rebounds per game as well on 52% shooting from the floor. So Christian Parker is definitely going to be a big reason for the Raiders to have any success here tonight. And also keeping an eye on that bench, the Raiders definitely got that big contribution, like Davis mentioned, from Andrew Keller in their last outing with those 19 points. But we got a very fun game in store here tonight as Mountain Union comes into this one averaging 82.5 points per game, and LaRoche comes in averaging 81 points per game. So should be a pretty high-scoring affair here tonight at the MAC. We are glad to bring it here for you. So we're going to take a short break here for the National Anthem and then be right back momentarily with starting lineups. back here on the men's basketball live stream, getting you ready for the Mountain Union Purple Raiders to take on the LaRoche Red Hawks. Let's first take a look at the starting lineups here tonight. First for the visiting Red Hawks. They are led by 10th-year head coach Hermie Carmichael, and their starting lineup consists of the junior guard from Lockport, New York, number 0, Devon Daryl. At the other guard position is the freshman, the 6'6" freshman from Ambridge, Pennsylvania, number 1, Isaiah Thomas. Joe Pipolo, number 5, the sophomore guard from Bridgeville, Pennsylvania, also gets to start here tonight. Another freshman here in the lineup as well, number 14, Caden Hanna, the freshman out of Murraysville, Pennsylvania. And lastly, rounding out that starting lineup for the LaRoche Red Hawks is once more a freshman, number 23, Michael Brooks, hailing from Grove City, Pennsylvania. And then taking a look at the starting lineups here tonight for your Purple Raiders, they, as always, are led by 11th-year head coach Mike Feuline. Their starting lineup consists of Chris Painter Jr., the junior guard from Akron St. Vincent St. Mary High School, the senior forward, number 13, Darrell Newsom, hailing from Twinsburg, Ohio, number 24, the senior guard from Massillon-Jackson High School, Ethan Stanislawski, the other senior in the starting lineup, number 30, Braden Poole, getting the start here from McDonald, Ohio. And lastly, rounding out that starting lineup is the senior forward from Massillon-Jackson High School as well, number 41, Logan Hill. And so, Davis, we talked about at the top of the broadcast that LaRoche likes to shoot the three a lot. What can the Purple Raiders do on defense to try to stop that attack from the Red Hawks early and often here?
Yeah, and I think it's just about playing physical defense to start off the game, really. In order for the Raiders to establish themselves, their defense has got to come first. I think that's what we've really seen in the past few games since that Marietta loss. I think Feuline's made a good emphasis on playing hard on defense because of that 25-point loss against Marietta. So, I mean, Darrell Newsom did a fantastic job in that game against Muskingum in order to defend, the OAC's leading scorer at the time, and they just got to keep pushing, keep going.
Yeah, that's for sure. The Raiders have turned in some great defensive outings as of late, holding Heidelberg to 56 points in their last outing. We'll see if they can keep that up here tonight, as the opening tip is away and the Red Hawks have it, and we are underway here at the MAC. Michael Brooks with it now. He will hand that one off to Pipolo. Pipolo gets it right back off the handoff, shoots from mid-range, and the first two goes to the Red Hawks via Joe Pipolo.
Yeah, Pipolo found himself wide open after that give and go, and there was just no defensive rotation on him after that.
Stanislawski now with it for the Raiders. He dumps it down low to Braden Poole. Poole looks to go to work baseline. He draws two defenders, though. Does not matter. It's a nice up and under move for Braden Poole. Gets the Raiders on the board.
Yeah, it looked like Braden Poole didn't know, whether to pass it out or take it himself, but he finally found some space, created it for himself, and made that layup.
2-2 now as Isaiah Thomas will give that one over to Darrell. Darrell now right back to Thomas. Thomas fires up a three. That one might have been partially blocked, and the rebound goes to Painter. Painter now pushes the pace here for Mountain Union as he gives it up to Stanislawski. Stanislawski now takes a screen from Poole, fires up a three. That one's good. Ethan Stanislawski with the first three-pointer tonight for the Raiders.
Yeah, not much space for Stanislawski right there, but that does not deter him from pulling up from the three-point line and getting it in for the Raiders.
It's a minute into this one. Mountain Union finds themselves on top 5-2 as Brooks kicks it over to Darrell, right back to Brooks. And Brooks now up top to Hanna. Hanna guarded closely by Logan Hill, almost lost the ball, but instead gives it right back to Brooks. He fires up a shot from the baseline, and Michael Brooks makes it 5-4 Raiders.
Yeah, beautiful shot right there by Brooks. Just lifted it up, nice floater, and it went in for the Red Hawks.
Stanislawski now takes a screen from Logan Hill and gives it up to Newsom, who tries to find Hill down low inside. It's knocked away momentarily. Will remain Purple Raider basketball.
Yeah, and that's good defense right there by Caden Hanna. Really just did a great job of being physical against Logan Hill and managed to poke that ball out for LaRoche.
Stanislawski will inbound it now for Mountain Union. He gives it up to Hill, gives it right back to Stanislawski. Fires up a contested three. That's off the side of the backboard. No good. Rebound to LaRoche. Brooks now will bring it up for the Red Hawks. 2 minutes into this one, it's 5-4 Mountain Union as Brooks takes a screen from Thomas. We'll give it up to Hanna. Hanna now looks to drive on Hill. He does so, but it's blocked by Logan Hill, and Stanislawski comes up with it.
Yeah, Hanna had the nice defensive pressure on Hill, and Hill sends that shot back at Hanna. Good defensive plays from both players.
Painter finds Logan Hill down low inside. Double team does not matter as Logan Hill gets to the rim for 2. 7-4 Raiders now as Daryl gives it up to Hannah. Hannah over to Brooks. Brooks now tries to put the moves on Painter. He's cut off by Painter, though. Gives it up to Isaiah Thomas. Gives it right back to Daryl. Daryl now with 13 on the shot clock. Being guarded closely by Poole. It was knocked out of bounds by Poole momentarily, and it will remain Red Hawks basketball.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call. Thought Devon Daryl really mismanaged that ball, but nonetheless, still the LaRoche ball.
10 here on the shot clock. As in the backcourt now is Brooks. Brooks now will hand that one off to Pipolo. Pipolo looking to drive 2 on the shot clock. Pipolo fires up a moon ball of a shot. Bounces off the rim, no good. But it's going to remain Red Hawks basketball. They say it was last off Newsom.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with that one wholeheartedly, Jacob. I really thought Isaiah Thomas had a hand on the ball the last time before it went out of bounds, and it didn't go in the Purple Raiders' favor, unfortunately.
Pipolo now hands it off to Daryl. Daryl right back to Pipolo. Pipolo, nice pump fake, fires up a 3. That one's good. All evened up here at 7 now via the Joe Pipolo 3.
And like you said, Jacob, that was a good little pump fake that Pipolo had right there against Stanislawski. Really got him in the air and created that separation for himself.
Stanislawski drives and finds Braden Poole wide open inside, and Braden Poole gets to the rim for 2.
Yep, great job of Stanislawski penetrating the defense and getting into the paint for the nice easy dish to Braden Poole.
9-7 now as Newsom comes up with the steal at the other end, and Newsom now feeds Braden Poole once more. Poole goes to work on Isaiah Thomas, and the hook shot's good. Braden Poole with the quick 6 points now.
Yeah, we saw Logan Hill have a hook shot earlier, now Braden Poole. Let's see if the Raiders can keep this offensive performance going.
11-7 now as Pipolo will give it on up to Brooks. Brooks down low inside to Hannah. Hannah trying to go into work on Logan Hill, but he's cut off. Tries to get it down low to Thomas, but it's stolen away by Poole. But Poole turns it right back over as he tries to get it to Stanislawski, as Brooks now gives it to Pipolo. Pipolo now down low inside to Isaiah Thomas. Thomas trying to go to work. Nice fadeaway move, but it's no good. The putback's no good there by Hannah. He sticks with it once more, but he was out of bounds, so it will go back to the Purple Raiders. Substitutions here for LaRoche. Number 11, Jordan Grayson, and number 4, Desmond Ross will see their first action here tonight. And for your Purple Raiders, their leading scorer and reigning OAC Player of the Week, Christian Parker, will see his first action here tonight. 15:52 left to go here in the first half. Mount Union on top, 11-7 here, as Stanislawski brings it up for the Raiders. Takes a screen from Braden Poole. Now gives it up to Painter. Painter, cross court over to Parker. Parker now thought about the 3. He will fire one up now. That one's short, and the rebound there to Grayson. The other end now, Isaiah Thomas. Nobody picking him up. Fires up a wide open mid-range shot, and that one's good. Makes it 11-9 Mount Union. And just like that, LaRoche is going to call a timeout here as well. So 15:29 to go in this one, in this first half. It's 11-9 Purple Raiders. And Davis, what have you liked so far from Mount Union?
Yeah, for the most part, I've really liked the intensity they've brought on defense, creating turnovers and trying to capitalize on those turnovers on the offensive side of the ball. There have been a few times where the LaRoche players have been able to get us off get the Raiders off their feet, but if they do a good job of contesting and just staying with the pump fake all the way through, they'll make it challenging for the LaRoche Redhawks players to do anything.
Yeah, that's for sure, as Mount Union's also got a good start so far offensively. 5 for 7 from the floor, good for 71%. Braden Poole's a perfect 3 for 3 to start this one. So the Raiders getting what they want offensively. They just got to try to slow down this LaRoche offensive attack, as Stanislawski now takes a screen from Parker, gives it up to Poole. Poole now feeds Christian Parker down low inside. Parker goes to work, and Christian Parker is going to draw the personal here as he had that inside post position. So that foul is going to go on number 11, Jordan Grayson, his first personal and the first foul for either team in this one. Parker will head to the line here, shooting 2. First one's up, that's short. Score remains 11-9 Mount Union. As Parker comes into this one, averaging 17.8 points per game. Leading scorer here this season for the Raiders off the bench as Parker's second free throw is up. Bounces off the rim, no good, and the rebound to Thomas. So Michael Brooks now has it, and he gives that one on up to Ross. Ross fires up a mid-range, it's no good, rebound Braden Poole. Stanislavski now brings it up for the Raiders as he gives it up to Painter. Painter now down low inside to Parker. Parker looks to go to work, fires it out to Poole. Poole over to Newsom, gives it to Stanislavski, fires up a three, that's no good. Fight for the rebound though, goes to Christian Parker, strong rebound at that, and he's heading back to the free throw line for 2 more.
Yeah, and Parker did a great job, like you said, Jacob, of being strong with getting that rebound. Went up against 2 LaRoche defenders and still found a way to grab it. And let's see if he can make these free throw attempts here, Jacob.
As Parker, first free throw is up and good. Makes it 12-9 Mount Union. Substitution here for LaRoche. Number 2, Dominic Elliott, the freshman out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We'll see his first action here tonight. As Parker's second free throw is up, and that one's no good. So it is now 12-9 Purple Raiders as Brooks looks to drive, has it stripped away from behind, but they're going to say it was last touched by the Purple Raiders and it will remain LaRoche basketball. So Brooks will inbound it here from underneath the basket. Gives it up to Pipolo. Pipolo now takes a screen from Grayson, looks to drive, but he's cut off by Newsom. As Ross now gives it up to Grayson, he gives it right back to Ross. Ross now at 12 on the shot clock, looking to go to work on Painter. He will give that one up to Elliott. Elliott now looking to drive, kicks it over to Ross. Ross over to Brooks, 3 on the shot clock. Brooks has to get something up, fires up a contested shot. Great defense all around by the Raiders, forces a 24-second shot clock violation.
And that's what you like to see from the Raiders, putting their bodies up against those LaRoche Redhawks players and not letting them get really any look or any opportunity to get a shot off, as it did result in the air ball.
As Mike Scariotis sees his first action here tonight for the Raiders. Right on cue, Scariotis gets it, pump fakes, fires up a mid-range shot. It's short. Fight for the rebounds, tipped back out to Scariotis though. As Newsom gives up to Stanislavski. Stanislavski now looking to go to work, instead gives it to Christian Parker down low inside. Parker goes up for the layup. That one's good, and one opportunity coming here as the foul there on Jordan Grayson will send Christian Parker back to the line once again. Yeah,
that was one heck of a play right there by Christian Parker. He was getting a little bit bullied towards the beginning of him receiving the ball in the post and really did a nice spin move to get himself free, and through that contact made a very hard layup and is now at the line for 1.
Yeah, that was just a great all-around move right there by the sophomore. As some substitutions once more here for LaRoche. Number 22, Joe Starzinski, will get his first action, and Devon Daryl returns. Parker misses the free throw, gets his own rebound though, gives it up to Braden Poole. Poole fires up the shot. Braden Poole's gotten off to a hot start here with 8 points.
Yeah, and Braden Poole did a great job in not giving up on the play. Even though he had lost the ball, he found it and just took it up strong for the Raiders.
16-9 Mount Union, as Ross will give that one up to Elliott. Elliott now over to Starzinski. Starzinski fires up a deep 3. That's no good. Rebound to Braden Poole. Poole gives it up to Scariotis. He will bring it up now for the Raiders. Scariotis now takes a screen from Braden Poole. Looks to put the moves on him, gives it up to Poole, who finds Parker down low inside. Christian Parker once more goes to work, gets the soft touch off the rim, and gets to the rim for 2.
Yeah, Parker didn't waste any time after getting that ball in the post. Did a great job of just putting it right back up for the Raiders.
At the other end, the Raiders come up with the steal, and Newsom's ahead of the pack on the fast break. Gets to the rim for 2. The Raiders are really starting to roll here. A 9-0 run has made it 20-9 Mount Union as LaRoche calls another timeout.
Yeah, the defense from Mount Union has been suffocating ever since LaRoche took that first timeout. And they've been doing a great job of getting defensive rotations and not letting LaRoche get any good looks from the floor. Just having a great defensive performance so far in this first half for the Purple Raiders.
That's for sure, as the Raiders find themselves with their largest lead here of the contest early on in this one. 12:54 to go in the first half. It is 20-9 Mount Union. As just taking a look at that hot start for the Raiders, they are 9 for 13 from the floor right now, holding LaRoche to 4 for 12 shooting. So really like how Davis mentioned, their defense has just been suffocating LaRoche here, and it's leading to a lot of great offense for Mount Union. Braden Poole, 8 points early on in this one. He's 4 for 4 from the floor. Christian Parker, 5 points. He's been to the free throw line 5 times already. He's only made one of those free throws, but he's definitely made an impact off the bench already here with already 2 offensive rebounds to go along with 2 assists as well. So LaRoche will try to stop the bleeding here. They will have Dominic Elliott, Devon Daryl, Caden Hanna will return here for them as well. Desmond Ross and Joe Starzinski. That is the 5 for LaRoche. For Mount Union is Logan Hill, Darrell Newsom, Christian Parker, Mike Scariotis, and Andrew Keller seeing his first action here tonight coming off his career night down in Heidelberg. As Devon Daryl brings it up here, hands it off to Starzinski, right back to Daryl. Nice pass down low inside, and Caden Hanna gets to the rim for the thunderous slam.
Yeah, and that slam dunk was pretty impressive there, Jacob. Just got that ball, took it himself. Andrew Keller was there, but, it was Darrell Newsom, but it did not matter as Hanna did a fantastic job of finishing through the drive.
At the other end, Keller now with it. Keller looks to drive, kicks out to Scariotis. Scariotis fires up a corner 3, that's no good. Rebound goes to Ross, as Coach Feline wanted a foul there, as Ross gives it up to Hanna. Hanna now down low inside to Elliott. Elliott looking to go to work. He draws 2 Raiders, kicks it out to Hanna now. Hanna over to Daryl, as Daryl tries to put the moves here now on Logan Hill. Daryl now fires up a 3. That one's good, and a quick 5-0 run here out of the timeout has made things 20-14 Purple Raiders.
Yeah, LaRoche has done a great job of coming out of that timeout and really putting their foot on the pedal and showing the Raiders that they can ball out too.
As Keller drives, but he is met right there by Caden Hanna, who's going to draw the charging foul. And so for Andrew Keller, that's going to be his first personal foul in this one, and the ball will go back to LaRoche.
Yeah, Hanna did a great job earlier on Logan Hill and put his body on the line right there with that charge, and has been doing a great job on the defensive side of the ball so far for LaRoche.
So some new life here for LaRoche, as it looked like the Raiders might start to pull away in this first half. LaRoche has made it just a 6-point ball game once more, as Devon Daryl now takes a screen from Elliott. Daryl looks to drive, goes up to the rim for 2. It's now a 7-0 run. Coach Feline has seen enough. He's going to call a timeout, as that 20-9 lead is now shrunk to 20-16 here at the MAC.
Yeah, you can see Mike Feline very visibly upset with the effort on defense after the last time out, where we did compliment the Raiders defense. And sometimes when you got a lead like that, you can get a little careless and not, putting your foot on the gas pedal and really putting the pressure on the opposing team. I think that's just what he's going to say to them. Let's go, hey, you guys can't let off. They're starting to push down harder, so we need to as well.
Yeah, that's for sure, as it's very uncharacteristic for the Raiders. The 3-pointer was well contested there by Devon Daryl, but really 2 easy layups as well. Ever since that LaRoche timeout, you don't normally see that from the Purple Raider defense, as Keller will bring it up now for Mount Union out of the timeout, and he will take a screen from Logan Hill. Andrew Keller now drives, kicks it out to Scariotis, as the Raiders look to get set in their offense. Scariotis now gives it up to Chris Painter Jr., who just returned here for Mount Union out of the timeout. Hill is able to save it, kicks it out to Keller there for the 3. No good, and the rebound to Ross.
Just want to give a little credit to Logan Hill. That was a very acrobatic play, even though the shot did not go in for the Raiders.
Ross takes a screen from Hanna, and he kicks it over to Daryl. Daryl looks to drive. Tries to get a nice little Euro step. They're going to get him with the travel, I do believe. And no, they're actually going to call him with the personal foul that he pushed off on Scariotis. So it's a turnover and a foul call there for the Redhawks.
Yeah, the only way Daryl could have gotten a shot off there is by, doing a little bit of pushing on Scariotis. Scariotis was on him like a blanket.
Michael Brooks returns here for LaRoche, as Keller brings it up now for the Raiders. Hands it off to Scariotis. Scariotis now takes a screen from Parker and gives it up to Hill. Hill now cross court over to Keller. Keller now down low inside to Parker. Parker through 2 defenders. It doesn't matter. Christian Parker gets to the rim for 2.
OAC Player of the Week is really putting up a great performance for the Raiders so far with 7 points. Could have a little bit more if he had hit those free throws a little earlier.
22-16 now as Dominic Elliott gives it over to Starzinski. Starzinski down low inside to Caden Hanna. Hanna once more tries to go to work on Hill. They're going to call a foul here before the shot, and I believe it is going to be on Logan Hill. And so that will be Hill's first personal foul and the second team foul of the half for Mount Union. As Joe Pipolo returns here for LaRoche, and Brooks inbounds it for them. He gives it up to Daryl. Daryl now looking to drive. It's stripped away from behind by Scariotis. Nice job by him forcing the turnover.
Scariotis got beat on that defensive play, but did a great job of recovering right there.
At the other end, Chris Painter Jr. goes up for the layup, and they're going to say that LaRoche tipped it off of Painter's leg, and that'll be a turnover there for the Raiders.
Yeah, good call by the ref right there. Definitely a block shot off of Chris Painter's leg, and it is LaRoche ball.
Jordan Grayson returns here for the Red Hawks as Michael Brooks will bring it up now. As just over the halfway mark here in the first half, it's 22-16 Mount Union as Pipolo will give that one up to Hanna. Hanna now over to Brooks, and he sets a screen for Brooks. Brooks now hands it off to Grayson, who will find Hanna down low inside. Hanna looking to go to work. Stepped out of bounds, though, and they might get Logan Hill with the foul. Yes, they are going to get Logan Hill here with the foul. They say he pushed him out of bounds. So that's 2 quick fouls now for Logan, and he's going to take a seat as Braden Poole returns here for the Raiders.
Yeah, and costly foul out there for Logan Hill, as it is his second foul with about 9:30 left to play in this first half.
Brooks inbounds it here. Now Caden Hanna looks to go to work on Christian Parker. A nice strong move there by Caden Hanna. He has 4 points now for LaRoche, makes it 22-18.
Yeah, Hanna has been doing a great job so far in this game. And that particular play just rose up against Christian Parker, and all Parker could do was throw his hands up, and just great bucket right there for the freshman.
As Poole now fires up a three at the other end, and that one's cash money for Braden Poole from three, as Braden Poole now with a quick 11 points makes it 25-18.
Yeah, we don't see Braden Poole take too many three-pointers, but he took this one as he was pretty much wide open at the top of the three-point line and made it.
Daryl with a nice dribble drive move, but that one's no good. Great defense by Scariotis as Andrew Keller brings it up now for Mount Union. Keller now looks to drive, and a strong drive by Keller is just no good. The rebound there to Pipolo.
Yeah, I like the effort. I thought he could have looked for someone else to shoot the ball, though.
As Daryl tried to start the fast break, but it's stolen away by Poole. Poole gives it to Scariotis. Scariotis now over to Parker. Parker gets to the rim for two. Christian Parker now with 9 points off the Raider bench, makes it 27-18.
Yeah, for the Raiders, it has been the Braden Poole and Christian Parker show tonight. Braden Poole with 11 points and now Parker with 9. Both have been contributing very well for the Raiders.
Those two have combined for 20 of the 27 points so far for Mount Union, as the Raider bench is loving this defensive effort here. Michael Brooks now guarded closely by Painter. Painter now switches off on to Devon Daryl. 6 on the shot clock here as Daryl needs to go to work. Daryl now fires up a contested three. That's short. Fight for the rebound, and Poole's going to come up with it. But let's see what the call is there. I'm not entirely sure what that was. They're actually going to call a foul, I do believe. Yes, it looks like they did call a foul, or they might have called a shot clock violation. Not sure what the call was. It might have been an inadvertent whistle. But nonetheless, it'll be Raider basketball.
I think the ruling there, Jacob, was after Devon Daryl shot that. You know how they have the rule where you can't kick your feet out underneath the defensive player? I think that's what it was called for.
As at the other end, Poole gets at the top of the key, just shuffled his shoes a little bit there. It's going to be a traveling violation. Ball right back to the Red Hawks as Ethan Stanislawski and Darrell Newsom both return here for Mount Union. So Caden Hanna is going to inbound it now to Michael Brooks. It's 27-18 Raiders here, 7:41 to go in the half. Brooks now hands it off to Darrell, as Darrell now looks to drive on Darrell Newsom. He's cut off by him. As Hanna now looks to drive on Parker, kicks it off to Pipolo. Pipolo now right back to Hanna. Hanna fires up a contested three. That's no good. Acrobatic rebound by Chris Painter Jr., and he's going to draw the personal. He got up high for that one. And so Painter draws the foul, and the Raiders will inbound it.
Yeah, and you're right, Jacob. Chris Painter Jr. did a great job of making an acrobatic play on that rebound. Showed that he really wanted it more and drew the foul. That's a double plus right there for the Raiders.
That's for sure. So that's now 16 fouls here in the half for LaRoche as Isaiah Thomas returns here for LaRoche. As Painter now down low inside to Parker. Parker goes up against two defenders, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Devon Daryl is going to come up with it. As Daryl now brings things up, he kicks it off to Grayson. Grayson now over to Pipolo, gives it right back to Grayson. Grayson fires up a mid-range shot. That's an air ball. Right into the hands of Michael Brooks, though. And Brooks with a nice feed down low inside. And he's able to get to the rim there for two as Joe Pipolo gets the bucket there. 27-20 now. Stanislavski kicks it down low inside to Parker. Parker fires up the shot. Too easy there for Christian Parker as he gets to the rim for two.
Yeah, and that's been all day so far in this game for Parker. Been getting down in the post and really been the big authority down there for the Raiders.
29-20 as Isaiah Thomas kicks it over to Michael Brooks. Brooks fires up a three. That one's good, and Michael Brooks now makes it 29-23 Raiders.
Yeah, that was a good job of passing that ball by LaRoche and good defensive pressure by Mountain Union, but one triumphed over the other.
As Painter fires up a step back, that's no good. Grayson comes up with the rebound. He turns it right back over to Painter, gives it to Newsom for the three, and Darrell Newsom from the corner. That one's good, makes it 32-23.
Yeah, Chris Painter Jr. did a great job of reading that ball just going somewhere, picked it up, found Newsom in the corner, and Newsom banged it in for the Raiders.
As Darrell tried to split the D right there, and he's going to draw the personal. And so that'll be the fourth team foul on the Raiders. Darrell Newsom's going to get called with the personal there. As Scariotis returns here for Mountain Union, and LaRoche with a bunch of substitutions here as Starzinski, Ross, and number 2, Dominic Elliott will all return for the Redhawks. So there's 5:40 to go in the half. High scoring half here at the MAC. It's 32-23 in favor of Mountain Union. As Brooks now hands this one off to Starzinski, gives it up to Elliott. Elliott now over to Ross. Ross now gives it up to Isaiah Thomas. As Thomas feeds Elliott down low inside. Elliott looking to go to work on Poole, and it's blocked by Braden Poole. That's going to force a 30-second shot clock violation. My apologies. As the ball will go back to Mountain Union.
Yeah, Braden Poole really put emphasis on that block right there. And Dominic Elliott looked like he might have gotten hit in the face after that play, but nonetheless, it is Mountain Union ball.
Stanislavski at the other end now. Take a screen from Poole, kicks it over to Painter. Looked like a kickball violation, but the refs did not call it like that. But so it's a turnover for the Raiders. As Starzinski at the other end fires up a three. That one's good. And so Joe Starzinski with his first 3 points here tonight.
Yeah, LaRoche has been doing a good job of giving Mount Union answers, and they just have been battling in this game so far and look like they're not going to give up very easily at all.
32-26 as Scariotis feeds it down low to Braden Poole, and Poole with the nice up and under move. Great hesitation by him. Makes it 34-26 Raiders.
Yeah, LaRoche has been capitalizing on our guys jumping, so Braden Poole did the same as he made both those defenders get up in the air early and make that nice layup.
And Starzinski fires up a three from the logo, but that's no good. Rebound goes to Brooks. He gives it out to Ross, whose foot was out of bounds. And so it'll be a turnover there for the Redhawks.
Yeah, that was a good call right there by the ref. Desmond Ross definitely stepped out of bounds when receiving the ball, then lifted his heel off the ground.
As Devon Daryl will check back in here for the Redhawks, Christian Parker will return here for Mountain Union, as Chris Painter Jr. looks like he might be nursing a shoulder injury over on the sideline, so hopefully all is well with Painter. As Stanislavski now with a nice pump fake fires up the contested jumper. That's no good, and Desmond Ross is going to come up with the rebound here. Ross now kicks it over to Brooks. Brooks fires up a transition three, in and out, and the rebound there to Scariotis. Scariotis now brings it up for the Raiders. Under 4 to go here in the first half. Gives it up to Newsom. Newsom fires up a contested three. That one's good. Hand in the face didn't matter as Newsom with his second three of the first half.
Yeah, Newsom found that little separation that I've been talking about a little bit all game, and he hit it for the Raiders as as Braden Poole does a great job of poking that ball out of bounds for the Raiders as well.
So Starzinski inbounds it here after Braden Poole tipped that one out of bounds to Michael Brooks. Brooks right back to Starzinski. Starzinski now over to Elliott. Around the perimeter they go to Ross. Ross now trying to go to work on Newsom. He will kick that one out to Starzinski. Starzinski now trying to go to work on Poole. Starzinski once more fires up another deep three. That's no good. Rebound Christian Parker.
Yeah, and as the Raiders, you're going to want Starzinski to take those shots. I mean, they're very deep, and there's a good chance he won't make them.
Stanislavski with the strong drive right there. Draws multiple LaRoche defenders, and they're going to call that foul on Devon Daryl, and that's a big foul right there. Devon Daryl is going to pick up his third personal foul here. 17th foul of the half, and Ethan Stanislavski heads to the line for 2. Yeah,
Daryl in this game so far is actually tied on, for points for LaRoche. And second, he's tied second for points for LaRoche tonight with 5. So it is a pretty big call, and he only needs 2 more to get out of the game.
So that first free throw was no good there from Stanislavski. And so the Raiders have struggled here in this first half from the free throw line. Second one's no good either. They're now 1 for 7 from the free throw line. Makes it 37-26 still here as we approach the 3-minute mark here in this first half. And a 3 right there fired up by Pipolo. That one's too strong, no good. Rebound to Stanislavski. Stanislavski now drives, kicks out to Newsom. Newsom now with the strong drive there. Goes up to the rim, 4-2. A nice drive on the baseline for Daryl Newsom.
Yeah, Newsom did a great job of pump faking that defender and driving into the lane and taking that contact in for that made layup.
39-26 as Caden Hanna gives it up to Starzinski. Starzinski now trying to put the moves on Poole once more. Gives it up to Pipolo. Pipolo now takes a screen from Ross. Trying to go to work one-on-one here with Stanislavski, but he gives it up to Ross. 4 on the shot clock here. Ross fires up a well-contested jumper. Doesn't matter as Desmond Ross with the difficult fadeaway mid-ranger.
Yeah, very impressive shot by Ross right there. Scariotis all over him, and even with a hand in Ross's face, made a very good jumper for the LaRoche Redhawks.
39-28, Scariotis now gives it up to Poole. Poole, cross-court pass over to Newsom, fires up a 3. That one might have been partially blocked there as LaRoche comes up with the rebound. Pipolo now looking to drive, and he thought that Desmond Ross is going to continue cutting, and so Pipolo picks up his dribble there, walks with it, and it's going to be a traveling violation.
Yeah, it's hard to stop on a dime like that, especially when you think your teammate is going to cut to the basket, but it is Mount Union ball.
Minute 47 to go here, first half. Stanislavski brings it up for Mount Union, gives up to Scariotis. Scariotis now over to Poole, over to Newsom now. As right there, tipped by Desmond Ross, but they're going to say that Ross tipped it right off of Stanislavski's hand, and so the ball will go back to LaRoche. Michael Brooks brings it up now for the Redhawks as they try to cut into this lead right before the half. Brooks now takes a screen from Pipolo, and he will now take a screen from Hanna as well. Brooks picks up his dribble, and he gives that one up to Starzinski. Starzinski now will give it up to Pipolo. 10 here on the shot clock. Pipolo has it strictly momentarily by Parker. 5 on the shot clock. Just a chaotic sequence there, stolen away by Poole as Parker now goes to the rim for 2 off that fast break. And a nice fancy finish there from Christian Parker.
Yeah, that's a dirty layup right there by Christian Parker. Got a nice feed from Braden Poole and just did a little Euro step right there to really get himself a good position for the layup.
At the other end, a nice backdoor cut there by Michael Brooks. He gets to the rim for the easy 2. 41-30 Mount Union now.
Yeah, and LaRoche set that play up pretty well, as Brooks did just rise up wide open for that floater. Saw him make that earlier in the game as well.
Newsom kicks it over to Poole. Poole now from the Mount Union logo. Feeds Christian Parker down low inside. Parker went up for the layup for 2. That's no good. And the rebound there to Pipolo. Pipolo now gives it up to Ross. 27 seconds left here in the half. Ross tried to get it out of the double team there, but he throws it out of bounds into the Mount Union bench. And so it's a turnover for LaRoche.
Yeah, and I think Ross might have wanted a foul right there or something, or he was just looking for a Mount Union Purple Raider to hit the ball out of bounds, but that wasn't the case at all, as Stanislavski is now taking it up the court for the Purple Raiders.
And he will bring it up now with 18 seconds left to go here in the half. The Raiders will hold for that final shot. As no need to rush here. Stanislavski now. 10 seconds to go in the half. Give it over to Skariotis. Skariotis now. Takes a screen from Poole. Kicks it over to Stanislavski. 2 seconds left. Stanislavski fires up a jumper. That's in and out. And that's how the first half is going to end here at the MAC. The Raiders, with the strong showing offensively, they find themselves on top 41-30 here over the LaRoche Redhawks. And Davis, what did you really like in that first half from the Purple Raiders?
Yeah, I really have enjoyed the post play from Christian Parker and Braden Poole. They've been making themselves look like wizards down there as they've been spinning. They've been making enough space for themselves, and really have just played an overall great game for the Raiders so far. And, you know, the defense, I was thinking this game so far has been hit or miss. There have been a few times where LaRoche has been able to take really good advantage of the Purple Raiders, but there have been times where the Purple Raiders have been able to stop LaRoche completely on the offense side of the ball.
Yeah, that's for sure, as Mountain Union in that first half was red hot from the floor, 18 for 31, good for 58% from the floor. LaRoche did shoot a respectable 43% from the floor as well, though. But really, like how Davis mentioned, the Raiders just powered in that first half by Braden Poole and Christian Parker. Parker and Poole each with 13 points. Parker 6 for 9 from the floor in that first half. Braden Poole perfect, 6 for 6 from the floor. They are definitely the driving force as the Raiders have an 11-point lead heading into the halftime break here. We will take a short break here on the live stream and be back with second half action for the 11th ranked Purple Raiders taking on the LaRoche Redhawks. Back here for second half action here at the MAC as your 11th ranked Purple Raiders are on top of the LaRoche Redhawks here, 41-30. Davis, a pretty great first half offensively there for the Raiders. What are really some of the stories, though, that stood out to you in that first half for Mount Union?
Yeah, it's been the post play of Braden Poole and Christian Parker. And so far, in the paint for the Purple Raiders, they have 28 of their 41 points coming from down low around the basket. Very impressive showing for the Purple Raiders. A little bit concerned, though. They have 3 more turnovers than LaRoche. You know, the LaRoche defense has been doing a great job of making the Raiders convert, you know, a few more turnovers than what you know, we'd like to see. But I think the most glaring stat is we've been able to get to the free throw line, but we have not been able to convert, as the Raiders are 1 for 7 from the line, which is a 14.3% clip. And while LaRoche hasn't even been to the line once in this game at all. So Raiders need to keep that up, but need to convert on their chances when they go to the line.
Yeah, that's a very interesting stat line that LaRoche did not attempt a single free throw in that first half. That's just incredible there for Mount Union. Another important stat to note, too, the Raiders actually made 18 field goals in that first half and had 16 assists as a team. That's an incredible rate right there. They're really sharing the basketball very well. It's like how Davis mentioned, Braden Poole, Christian Parker, they've been getting just about anything they want down low in that post. They each lead the team with 13 points apiece in this one. Braden Poole, though, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a game-high 4 steals in that first half. He's also 6 for 6 from the floor. As far as the Redhawks go, they were led in that first half by Michael Brooks and Joe Pipolo. They each had 7 points for the squad, as Devon Daryl, the team's leading scorer, also added 5 points in that first half for LaRoche. The Redhawks shot 43% from the floor, as Mount Union shot 58% as a team. And taking a look at the OAC, this is the only game that's going on here this evening, but just taking a look at the standings here as we start to get really into the home stretch of this basketball season, the regular season at least. Marietta Pioneers are the only team on top of Mount Union in the OAC standings now. They sit at 9-0 in the conference, 14-2 overall. Mount Union 7-2 in the conference, 13-2 overall. They just took the lead on Heidelberg in the standings. Student Princes are now third in the OAC at 7-2 in the conference as well, 12-3 overall, as the teams that follow Heidelberg go in this order: Bowdoin Wallace, Otterbein, Capital, John Carroll, Wilmington, Ohio Northern, and Muskingum. Mount Union is going to be taking on John Carroll in their next OAC matchup here at the MAC on Wednesday. We'll be on the call for that one. John Carroll will come into that game at 7-7, 2-5 overall in the OAC. As both teams get set to take the court here, it's going to be the starters for both squads, as LaRoche will have Daryl, Thomas, Pipolo, Hanna, and Brooks. And for the Raiders, it'll be Stanislavski, Newsom, Braden Poole, Logan Hill, and Chris Painter Jr. out there for Mount Union. As Newsom inbounds it here to Stanislavski, and we are underway here in the second half. Raiders try to get their 14th win on the season, as Painter now on the perimeter kicks it over to Stanislavski. Stanislavski now takes a screen from Poole, and Stanislavski now kicks it over to Newsom in the corner, kicks it right back to Ethan. 14 on the shot clock here as Stanislavski looks to go to work. A nice crossover step-back move from Ethan Stanislavski. It's no good. Rebound to Daryl, who pushes the pace up to Pipolo. As Pipolo now gives it up to Daryl, and Daryl will take a screen here from Hanna, and Daryl looks to drive on Newsom, puts up the nice finger roll, and that's how this second half will get started for LaRoche.
Yeah, and I like that wordplay right there, Jacob. Daryl on Newsom. But yeah, Daryl did a great job of, you know, getting enough space on Newsom in order to convert that layup for LaRoche.
As a nice move here by Chris Painter, kicks out to Stanislavski. Stanislavski now over to Poole. Poole now fires up a shot off the glass. It's his first miss of the night here, as the rebound goes to the Redhawks. Brooks now pushes the pace. He drives. Blocked, though, by Braden Poole, right into the hands of Daryl. Daryl now over to Hanna, who gives it right back to Daryl. Now right back to Hanna. Hanna looks to drive on Hill. Nice strong drive here, and it's going to be the first 2 free throws of the night for LaRoche, as they're going to get the foul on Logan Hill. That's going to be Hill's 3rd personal foul here, first of the half.
Yeah, and this early on in the second half to pick up your 3rd foul is not good, considering you only need 2 more to be fouled out of the game. So Logan Hill needs to do a little bit better of a job, as he is actually getting subbed out for Christian Parker.
Yep, Parker will return here for Mount Union. Parker has no fouls so far in this one. He and Braden Poole have done a great job staying off on those fouls. Neither one of them have any. As Caden Hanna splits the pair here, makes it 41-33 Mount Union as LaRoche has the first 3 points here this second half. Stanislavski now brings it up, takes a screen from Christian Parker. Stanislavski now kicks it over to Newsom. Newsom down low inside to Parker, and most certainly that's going to be a foul right there on Caden Hanna as he pushed Christian Parker out of bounds, and the Raiders will have it underneath the basket. Stanislavski now will inbound, and he gives it to Parker. Parker now looking where to go with it, gives it up to Painter. As Painter kicks it over to Braden Poole. Poole thought about the three, instead gives it up to Parker in the post. Christian Parker now down low inside, another strong move by Parker. He's going to draw the second foul in about 20 seconds on Caden Hanna. And Parker's going to head back to the free throw line once more.
Yeah, and Parker did a great job of just muscling up against Hanna and went up really strong with the ball. Let's see if he can convert these free throws for the Purple Raiders.
Parker's been to the free throw line a lot here in this one. 5 attempts, but just 1 make so far for Christian Parker. First free throw is up. That time it's good. And so Parker now with a game-high 14 points makes it 42-33 Raiders. As Parker puts up the second free throw, that one's good as well. 43-33 Mount Union. Parker 15 points now on the night. As Daryl has it now, he's guarded closely by Newsom. And Daryl looking where to go with it, he hands it off to Brooks. Brooks now kicks it over to Daryl once more. As Daryl trying to put the moves on Braden Poole, he drives, fakes it, kicks out to Pipolo. Pipolo now, 7 on the shot clock, trying to go to work on Stanislavski, gives up to Isaiah Thomas. 3 seconds left, and Thomas tried to create some space, but he picked up that pivot foot. It's going to be a traveling violation.
Yeah, and Smith actually bumped into Christian Parker right there, trying to create some space for him. But like you said, Jacob, just shuffled his feet a little bit too much, and it is Mount Union basketball.
Stanislavski brings it up now for the Raiders. 17:46 left to go in this one. Mount Union on top by 10. Gives it up to Newsom. Newsom now takes a screen from Parker. Newsom kicks it out to Braden Poole. Poole pump fakes, drives, kicks it down low to Christian Parker. Just too strong off the glass. Fight for the loose ball though. Braden Poole comes up with it, gets to the rim for 2.
Yeah, even after the missed shot, Christian Parker still found a way to contribute on the defensive side of the ball as he did poke it loose, an easy layup for Braden Poole.
45-33, Michael Brooks now kicks it out to Caden Hanna. Hanna now out to Daryl. Daryl takes a screen from Hanna, looks to drive. Darrell's cut off there by Chris Painter. Try to get it inside to Michael Brooks. Deflected out of bounds though by Poole. Will remain LaRoche basketball.
Yeah, and Poole not knowing where the ball was exactly going, but he did know it was going to go to the LaRoche player. Just somehow stuck his arms out, hoping he would make contact, and he did, as LaRoche is inbounding the ball.
Jordan Grayson returns here for LaRoche as Pipolo looks to drive. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Nice strong take right there by Joe Pipolo. Gets to the rim for 2.
Yeah, Pipolo had Stanislavski going one way, did a behind the back move, and easy in with the right hand for Pipolo. Great play overall.
45-35 Stanislavski now with a nice strong drive at the other end as well. Stanislavski gets to the rim for 2.
Yeah, nice revenge there for Stanislavski. Took it off the screen, got room from Pipolo, and made that count for the Raiders.
47-35 at the other end. Caden Hanna fires up a quick 3. That one's no good. Rebound to Poole. Stanislavski now has it. He kicks it up ahead to Chris Painter. Painter pump fakes, fires up a mid-range shot. That's good, and Chris Painter Jr. with his first 2 points here tonight.
Great vision right there by Stanislavski, and great dribble moves right there by Chris Painter Jr. Really used that to his advantage as he did find himself wide open for that easy jumper.
Darrell kicks it over to Grayson. Grayson's 3 is short. Rebound to Poole. Stanislavski now up ahead to Newsom, but that one's intercepted by Brooks. So at the other end now, Pipolo looks to put the moves on. He kicks it over to Hanna. Hanna pump fake, stripped from behind by Chris Painter Jr. And they're going to say that it was knocked off of Caden Hanna's leg. Or no, they might change the call here. Referees are going to talk about it. And they are indeed going to change the call. After a conference there, it is going to be LaRoche basketball. So some substitutions here for both squads. Desmond Ross and Dominic Elliott will return for LaRoche. Mike Scariotis will return for the Raiders. 15:53 left to go in this one. Mountain Union on top by 14. Pipolo now. Took a screen from Grayson, kicks it on over to Brooks. Brooks fires up a contested jumper. That's no good off the back of the rim. Rebound though to Elliott. Elliott tried to kick it out to Desmond Ross, but it's deflected out of bounds. Will remain Red Hawk basketball. So Jordan Grayson's going to inbound it here, side out of bounds. And he finds Dominic Elliott down low inside. Elliott, great pump fake, got Braden Poole up in the air, gets to the rim for two. That's going to lead to a Red Hawk timeout here as they find themselves trailing 49-37.
Yeah, Braden Poole eager to make the play on that one, just got a little jumpy. And like this whole game, the Raiders have been a little, lackadaisical with these pump fakes and really biting hard for them.
That's for sure, as 15:39 to go here in this one. Mountain Union on top, still by double digits here, 49-37. It's still anybody's game here. LaRoche has done a nice job of hanging in there here tonight. Despite Mountain Union having a really good offensive night, LaRoche has kept it at least manageable here as far as the deficit goes. As like how we mentioned at halftime, the Raiders are going to be playing host to the John Carroll Blue Streaks here on Wednesday at the MAC. That's a 7 o'clock tip-off. Women's basketball team will also be in action against John Carroll. However, they will be up in University Heights, Ohio, playing the nationally ranked John Carroll women's basketball team. We wish both of our teams best of luck in that one, as a big rivalry game there for the Purple Raiders, both men's and women's basketball team. Love to see them both come out with the victory. But here the Raiders trying to pull off the victory here against the Red Hawks, as they find themselves on top here, 49-37. As out of the timeout for Mountain Union, it will be that same five: Chris Painter Jr., Darrell Newsom, Braden Poole, Christian Parker, and Mike Scariotis. And for LaRoche, it'll be Dominic Elliott, Desmond Ross, Jordan Grayson, Michael Brooks, and Joe Pipolo. And so Poole inbounds it here to Painter. Painter will bring it up now for the Raiders. As LaRoche comes out in a zone here, and Scariotis now has it. Scariotis gives it up to Braden Poole. Poole looks to drive, kicks it over to Painter. Painter fires up a corner three. That's short. Fight for the rebound. Goes in the hands of Grayson. Michael Brooks now brings it up for the Red Hawks. He hands it off to Ross. Ross now over to Grayson. Grayson right back to Ross. Ross now looking to put the moves on Scariotis. He hands it off to Pipolo. Pipolo right back to Ross in the corner now, as Grayson has it down low inside. Back out to Pipolo. Pipolo fires up a three from the top of the key. No good. Rebound Painter. Chris Painter now looks to drive. Drives, kicks it out to Newsom, but it's intercepted by Ross. And the Red Hawks look to convert off this turnover now.
Yeah, and Painter thought he had space in between him and Newsom in order to get that pass through, but Ross, right there with Painter, just stuck his arms out and took that ball right away for the LaRoche.
Ross now drives, and Christian Parker almost got the rejection right there, hits the backboard. But Desmond Ross gets to the rim there for two. So it's 49-39 now, as Painter gives it up to Newsom. Newsom now over to Poole, as Poole now right back to Newsom in the corner. Darrell now drives, tried to get it over to Painter, but that's a turnover once more for Mountain Union. Brooks now looking to drive at the other end, goes up for it, stripped away by Scariotis, and it will remain LaRoche basketball.
Yeah, the Raiders have been having a hard time adjusting to the zone defense so far, as they've only had a few possessions where LaRoche has been running it, but the usual passes they make on the baseline to get that guy open are not there right now, as the defenders are suffocating those passing lanes. So they need to do a better job of looking and making sure that guy's actually open for the shot.
Devon Daryl and Joe Starzinski return for LaRoche. Ethan Stanislavski returns here for your Raiders, as Devon Daryl just couldn't corral that pass right there. So that's a turnover for the Red Hawks. So Poole will inbound it now to Stanislavski. Raiders still on top in this one by 10 with 13:54 left to go. As Newsom over to Stanislavski, back to Poole. Poole now over to Scariotis. Scariotis takes a screen from Parker. Now back to Poole. Poole over to Newsom in the corner, 4-3, that's no good. The rebound to Ross. Ross now down low, trying to get it to Grayson, but it's stolen away by Parker. Poole now brings it up for the Raiders. Kicks over to Scariotis. Scariotis fires up a transition three. No good. Tip out by Newsom, though. Keeps the possession alive, but then the Raiders will turn it back over. Daryl now looking to put some points on the board here for the Redhawks. Try to get it to Grayson. Chaotic sequence by both teams there as the Redhawks will turn the ball right back to Mount Union.
Yeah, and the Raiders are still having fits as Hermie Carmichael for the LaRoche Redhawks yells at his players. But regardless, Raiders have been having a hard time against this zone defense. Need to find some way to perpetrate it.
Scariotis now takes a screen from Parker. Scariotis kicks out to Poole. Poole now over to Stanislavski, but Stanislavski's foot was on the baseline. The Raiders with once more another turnover here. And so this zone defense really giving Mount Union a lot of trouble in the second half. Substitution here for LaRoche. Isaiah Thomas is going to return for the Redhawks. Raiders in the second half so far, 5 turnovers in the half. They are also shooting just 3 for 9 from the floor. As Devon Daryl now will give it up to Desmond Ross. Ross now over to Starzinski. Starzinski now has it stripped away by Poole. Poole's able to save it from going out of bounds. Poole now tries to get it down low inside to Stanislavski. He's able to do so. His layup's in and out. Fight for the rebound. Parker comes up with it. Goes up for the second chance. And Christian Parker's going to draw the personal and head back to the free throw line once more.
Yeah, and Stanislavski probably should have converted that basket for the Raiders, but Christian Parker yet again not giving up on the play. And it's just showing how well the player and how hard Christian Parker works.
Free throws 8 and 9 here for Parker. That free throw is up and good, makes it 50-39 Mount Union. Logan Hill's going to get set to check back in for the Raiders. As Parker's second free throw is up and good as well. Parker's going to take a seat now as Logan Hill returns. 51-39 Mount Union. Parker with a game-high 17 points. Devon Daryl now has it, bringing it up here for the Redhawks. As Daryl will hand that one off to Ross. Ross now gives it up to Thomas. Thomas now right back over to Ross. Ross fires up a deep three. That's in and out. Rebound to Poole. Stanislavski now brings it up for Mount Union as takes a screen from Logan Hill. Stanislavski now over to Newsom, right back to Ethan, as now Poole has it at the free throw line, fires up a shot from that free throw line, and that one's good for Braden Poole.
Yeah, as soon as Braden Poole got that ball at the free throw line, he actually looked surprised that he was wide open right there and just rose up with that nice floater and in.
53-39, and Starzinski looked like he threw the ball right into the hands of Logan Hill. They're actually going to call a foul on Logan Hill. And so that's going to be Hill's 4th personal foul and the second team foul of the half. And Andrew Keller is going to get set to check in here. And Coach Feuerlein didn't know who he wanted Keller to sub out for, but Logan Hill is going to take a seat with those 4 fouls. And so Keller will return here for Mount Union. Ross now inbounds it to Daryl. Daryl drives baseline now. Nice move by Daryl, but he couldn't get the layup to go. Rebound there to Isaiah Thomas. Thomas on the second chance gets it to go for the Redhawks.
Yeah, didn't give up on that play. Thomas went up strong and even evaded that block from Braden Poole as it goes in for the Redhawks.
53-41, 11 and a half to go in this one. Scariotis now down low inside to Keller. Keller, nice feed to a cutting Ethan Stanislavski, who gets to the rim for 2. 55-41, Daryl now at the other end. Feeds Isaiah Thomas in the post. Thomas now down low to Starzinski. That one's blocked by Poole, but they're going to call a goaltending violation there on Braden. And so the basket will count there for Joe Starzinski. Joe Pipolo and Caden Hanna will return here for the Redhawks. They find themselves trailing 55-43, 11-10 to go in this one. They now come out in a 1-2-2 press as Newsom inbounds it here to Stanislavski, over to Scariotis, right back to Stanislavski. We just play hot potato with it now as Ethan has it. They break the press here. Kicks it over to Scariotis. Scariotis now over to Newsom. Back to Scariotis. And right back to Newsom once more. Keller now in the middle of that zone. Pulls it out. Drives. Kicks it out to Scariotis. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks out to Keller for the 3. That's no good. Fight for the rebound, and they're going to call a holding foul right there on Caden Hanna. Caden Hanna, no fouls at the half. He's got 3 here by himself in the second half. 4th team foul now of the half as well for the Redhawks.
Yeah, Hanna visibly visibly frustrated after that call. Like you said, Jacob, picking up 3 personal fouls in one half is just not good basketball.
Stanislavski inbounds it to Scariotis. Right back to Stanislavski. Ethan looks to go to work on Starzinski. Fires up a contested mid-range. That's no good. The rebound there to Isaiah Thomas. Or my apologies, Devon Daryl as Daryl drives coast to coast. That's no good. And the rebound to Poole.
Yeah, Daryl did a nice job of corralling that rebound and really taking it up the floor for LaRoche, and unfortunately could not get it for the Redhawks.
Keller kicks out to Scariotis. Scariotis drives. Puts up the shot. That's no good. The rebound there to Starzinski. Starzinski now looks to go coast to coast on his own. Stripped away momentarily, but right into the hands of Pipolo. Pipolo fires up a shot. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. Caden Hanna comes up with it. Caden Hanna looked like he got away with the travel there. Nonetheless, gets to the rim for 2 on the second chance. LaRoche is going to call another timeout here as they cut into that Mountain Union lead. It's 55-45 Raiders.
Yeah, LaRoche has been doing a great job of not backing down from this challenge against Mountain Union, as you know, they've pretty much maintained the same scoring margin between the two teams. I mean, Mountain Union was only up 11 points at the half, and with just under 10 minutes to go in the second half, it is now a 10-point game. So LaRoche just needs a few things to go right for them in order to make this a lot closer than a 10-point game.
Yeah, the Redhawks, they found themselves on top early in this one, 2-0. They haven't had the lead ever since then, but they've really managed to stay in this game. And if they can put a run together, they can give the Raiders a run for their money. They're definitely not backing down here tonight, as the Raiders will have it here off the inbound. Credit the LaRoche defense as well. They've switched to a 1-2-2 zone and now press as well. It's giving the Raiders some trouble here. Newsom inbounds it to Stanislavski. Gives it to Keller. As Christian Parker returns here for the Raiders out of the timeout as well. Poole now with it, gives up to Newsom. Newsom, oh my goodness, on the backdoor cut. Darrell Newsom with the thunderous slam.
Yeah, I was not expecting that fantastic slam dunk right there by Darrell Newsom, but nonetheless, we saw a work of art right there from the senior as he rose up and yammed it down with the one hand.
Wow, that Mountain Union bench is on their feet, and deservedly so, as Caden Hanna drives. That's blocked right there by the Raiders. Poole now up ahead to Newsom as he got another one in him. Oh, and he couldn't corral it right there. It's a turnover. As at the other end now, returning the favor is Joe Starzinski. He comes up with a dunk of his own. It's now 57-47 Raiders.
Yeah, and the Roche bench going crazy after that Starzinski dunk. They're trying to make their noise and their presence felt as well.
Newsom now fires up a corner 3. This man's red hot as Darrell Newsom hits the 3 from the corner. He's got 15 points. It's 60-47 Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders have been struggling big time on the offensive side of the ball so far in this second half, and Darrell Newsom coming up big with those 2 back-to-back buckets for the Raiders.
Darrell drives, and he's going to draw the contact right there on Darrell Newsom. And so Devon Darrell's going to head to the free throw line. But man, what a great sequence on offense by Darrell Newsom these past few possessions. And so Devon Daryl will head to the free throw line here for 2. Darrell's first free throw is up, no good. Both teams struggling from the free throw line in this one. The Raiders are 5 for 11, while the Redhawks, that was just their 3rd free throw attempt, but they've only converted on 1 of them so far. And Darrell himself, he's the team's leading scorer heading into this one, averaging 13.5 points per game. The Raiders have done a good job containing him so far, just with 7 points here tonight. Darrell's second free throw is up. That one's good. Makes it 60-48 as Michael Brooks returns here for the Redhawks. Redhawks remain in that 1-2-2 press, trying to give the Raiders some trouble here. Newsom inbounds it to Stanislavski. Stanislavski now kicks it over to Keller. Keller back to Stanislavski. Now back to Keller. Raiders are able to cross that half-court timeline as Keller with it now for the Raiders. Takes a screen from Newsom, and he will give it up to Daryl. Newsom now to Poole. Poole drives, and a strong drive right there. He's going to draw the personal on Isaiah Thomas. It's going to be Thomas's third personal foul, 15th foul of the half.
And yet again, Braden Poole making his name in the paint as he goes up strong. Didn't make the bucket, but is up at the line for 2.
As Braden Poole, his first 2 free throws here tonight. First one's up and good. Makes it 61-48 Raiders. Poole with 18 points here tonight. He's also coming close to a double-double. He's got 9 rebounds to go along with it. Second free throw is no good. The rebound there to the Redhawks. Brooks now kicks it over to Pipolo, right back to Brooks. It's Brooks now. We'll give it back to Pipolo. Pipolo fires up a deep 3. That's no good. Rebound Stanislavski. Stanislavski now has it for the Raiders. 8 minutes to go in this one. They find themselves on top by 13 as he kicks it over to Keller. Keller now down low to Parker. Parker driving baseline, goes up strong there, 4-2, and Christian Parker gets a layup to go.
Yet again, the combo of Parker and Poole have been deadly so far, and they're definitely both pushing P's.
That's for sure they are, as Daryl kicks it over to Starzinski. Starzinski now drives, puts up the shot, that's no good. Rebound though to Pipolo, as Pipolo gives it down low inside to Thomas. Isaiah Thomas might have gotten away with a hook right there, but a nice pump fake by him. He misses the layup. Rebound to Poole.
Yeah, Thomas did a great job of yet again getting the Raiders off their feet. Just couldn't convert the basket as it hit the back of the rim and went out.
Poole now with the double-double here tonight. He's got 18 and 10 as Keller has it for the Raiders. Gives it over to Stanislavski. Stanislavski now back to Keller. Keller looks to drive, goes up strong to the rim, 4-2. He's going to draw the personal on Isaiah Thomas, so Thomas is going to be second Red Hawk here with 4 fouls, and that will send Andrew Keller to the free throw line.
Yeah, Keller, great job of getting into the lane and driving really strong for the Purple Raiders. There was not 1, but not 2, but 3 defenders around him as he went up for that layup.
Keller's first free throw is up, no good. Jordan Grayson and Caden Hanna will return here for the Redhawks. Mountain Union struggles from the free throw line continue. Now 6 for 14 overall as a team. Keller's second free throw is up. That one's good. And it's 64-48 Mountain Union. Now Keller with his first point here tonight. As Hanna now trying to find a backdoor cutting Devon Daryl, but that one is stolen away by the Raiders. As Keller now with it. Keller slows things down a bit for the Raiders. He kicks it over to Stanislavski. Stanislavski now cross-court pass to Newsom. Newsom now down low inside to Parker. Christian Parker once more is going to draw the personal. Jordan Grayson is going to get the foul called on him. And so that'll be the 7th team foul here as well. So Christian Parker heads to the line for 1-on-1.
Yeah, Grayson visibly frustrated after that foul call. Didn't think he really hindered Christian Parker from getting that ball at all.
And Parker's 10th free throw attempt of the night here is up and good. 65-48 Mountain Union. Chris Painter Jr. is going to return here for the Raiders. As for LaRoche, we will be seeing Connor Mislin for the first time here tonight. He gets his first action for the Redhawks. Parker looks to make the second free throw here as well. He's got a game-high 20 points. And the second one's no good. Remains 65-48 in favor of the Raiders. As a drive here by Daryl. Daryl puts it up, and he's going to draw the personal there. A nice strong move there. So Daryl with the and one opportunity, he draws the foul on Newsom.
Yeah, and Newsom went up strong against Daryl. And, didn't think he fouled him, but nonetheless, Daryl made a nice bucket right there for the LaRoche Redhawks, and now is at the line for 1.
As Darrell's first free throw is up and good. He converts the and one opportunity, makes it 65-51 Mountain Union. Stanislavski now with it. as he kicks it over to Poole. Poole now is able to cross that half-court line and almost looked like he got fouled there. He draws a double team, and he's able to kick it over to Newsome, but it's knocked away by Daryl just in time, and so it will remain Mountain Union basketball. So the Raiders have 16 seconds on the shot clock, 6:10 on the game clock, as Stanislavski will inbound it here. Stanislavski now inside to Parker. Parker looking to go to work. He's going to draw the foul once more. I do believe that they're going to get the newly checked-in Connor Misslin there on the foul, and so Parker will head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 once more.
Yeah, and this whole game, LaRoche has not had an answer for both Christian Parker and Braden Poole, as they've both been having their ways in the paint. Parker with a game-high 20 points, and Braden Poole right behind him with 18.
And they're going to give a coach's warning here to Hermie Carmichael, as the referee signaled to him if he keeps it up, he's going to get a technical foul. So a warning there for Carmichael, as the first free throw is up and good for Parker. So he's got 21 points now, 66-51 Raiders. As Parker's second free throw is up, that's good as well. It's now 67-51 Mountain Union. It's Parker, 8 for 13 from the free throw line here tonight, and he has 22 points. As around the perimeter they go, there is Misslin now with it, and Misslin kicks it over to Pipolo. Pipolo now will give it up to Caden Hanna. Hanna looks to drive on Parker. Nice drive right there by Caden Hanna. And did they give him continuation? We will see. And they did give him continuation, so it's an and-one opportunity here for Caden Hanna. Nice strong move by him.
Yeah, Hanna was making some pretty acrobatic plays and warm-ups, and that was very impressive right there, as he went, reverse layup on there and got the basket to convert and just converted that and-one opportunity for the Red Hawks.
10 points now for Caden Hanna, 67-54 Raiders. Christian Parker turns it over right there. It's stolen by Devon Daryl. Daryl goes up strong there for the layup. That's no good. Rebound, though, to Parker. As Parker gives up to Poole. Poole's going to kick it over to Stanislavski, who will bring it up now for the Raiders. Stanislavski now kicks it over in the corner to Newsome. Newsome fires up a three. That one's good. Daryl Newsome is just having a heck of a night here. 7 for 9 from the floor. 4 for 6 from deep. He's got 18 points, 70-54 Mountain Union, as we have a timeout here on the floor.
Yeah, and Daryl Newsome has really stepped up in these past few minutes ever since LaRoche has gone to that 1-2-2 press and played zone. Newsome's done a great job of stepping up for the Raiders, as he's made all sorts of buckets for them during this run.
Yeah, really started with that dunk that we saw from Daryl Newsome, which might just be my pick for highlight of the year for what we've called here so far this year, partner. It was just incredible dunk by Newsome, even considering that he was in traffic as well. But 4 3-pointers as well tonight for Newsome. He's definitely been a big part to go along with Christian Parker and Braden Poole, that the Raiders find themselves on top by 16 here.
Yeah, I think we knew Daryl Newsome had some bunnies in him, but that was just another level of dunking, Jacob. I mean, you see that play in the NBA. You don't really see that in college basketball too often, so very impressive and very athletic play there by Daryl Newsome.
Yeah, that's a great point. You really don't see that very often. I mean, you see dunks in Division III basketball, a decent amount here for men's basketball. They might be transition breakaway dunks, something like that. Very rarely, though, do you see a powerful dunk in traffic, though, by Newsome. But he's definitely sparked this Mountain Union offense to kind of start to pull away here. 5:22 left to go in this one. Still a little bit of enough time for LaRoche to make a comeback, but it's getting harder now as the Raiders are on top 70-54. As Hanna will inbound it here to Devon Daryl, and Daryl brings it up now for the Red Hawks. Daryl hands it off to Misslin. Misslin now right back to Daryl. Daryl splits the defense there, goes up for the layup. It's blocked by Poole. And at the other end now, Painter behind the back pass to Christian Parker. Oh, and Parker tried to go up for the dunk. That would have been an insane fast break. But he draws the personal. Parker's back to the free throw line yet again.
Yeah, and good call by the ref right there. Parker definitely got hit on the wrist as he was trying to put that emphatic slam dunk in for the Raiders. Would have loved to see the bench's reaction after that one, Jacob.
And yeah, just as we said, Darrell Newsome had the highlight of the year as Parker's first free throw is up and good. I got to admit, if Christian Parker converts on that, basically just because of the Chris Painter Jr. fancy feed there too, that might have been up there for highlight of the year as well. As Parker's second free throw is up and good. 72-54, Parker now with 24 points in this one. As Darrell now with it for the Redhawks, hands it on off to Pipolo. Pipolo now looking where to go with it. Tried to get it over to Devon Daryl. Knocked out of bounds though by Painter. It will remain Redhawk basketball. Desmond Ross and Dominic Elliott return here for the Redhawks. Christian Parker is also nearing his career high in points as well. His career high is at 26 points, 24 here tonight for the sophomore. That record could very much be in danger as Pipolo fires up a deep three, and the Redhawks finally get a deep three to go. And it looks like we have Caden Hanna also came up awkwardly on his ankle right there, limping off the court, but it's going to be a timeout here for LaRoche. 72-57, 4:38 left to go in this one. So Davis, 4:38 left to go in this one. LaRoche still has a little bit of time to make a comeback, but what are they going to have to do defensively to kind of stop this Purple Raider attack?
Yeah, their main points of emphasis, I think, right now is trying to stop Christian Parker and Braden Poole in this game, as both of those players have been phenomenal for the Raiders in this second half. And, you know, Braden Poole with the 18 and Christian Parker with the 24 points. I mean, it's hard to contain those two, and you got Darrell Newsome as well, you know, with 18 points, and he's been going off lately against the Raiders. He's actually only missed 2 shots all night so far, 7 for 9, 77% shooting from the field. So, you know, older players stepping up, but Christian Parker obviously one of the main focal points for this Purple Raider offense.
Yeah, Christian Parker just done a great job all night, really having his presence known down low. He's 7 for 11 from the floor. Even more impressive, though, he's been to the free throw line 15 times here in this one. He's had some struggles from the free throw line, especially early on. He got off to a 1 for 5 start. Ever since then, he's been 9 for 10 from the free throw line, though. He's good for 10 for 15 overall. As Newsome inbounds it to Stanislawski out of the timeout. Now Poole with it. Right back to Ethan as they try to break this press. They're able to do so with Poole having possession now. Stanislawski now, top of the logo, looks to feed Christian Parker. He's able to do so. Parker goes up for the layup. That's no good. And the rebound there to Caden Hanna. It's Pipolo now with it. Nice find right down low inside. Dominic Elliott was wide open for the easy 2.
Yeah, no one around Elliott, like you said, Jacob, which made it pretty convenient for him to make that layup.
72-59, Stanislawski now looking to drive. He's able to get through multiple LaRoche defenders, and he brings it back out now for Mount Union. As Stanislawski now will kick it on over to Newsome. Newsome down low inside to Parker. Parker draws the double team, stripped away, but right into the hands of Braden Poole, who goes up strong for the layup and draws the foul. And we'll see who they get the foul on. I do believe that it's going to be, yes, it will be on Dominic Elliott. That'll be his first personal foul, 10th team foul. Raiders will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of this game, as Poole's first free throw is up and good. Makes it 73-59 Mount Union. And
that 10th foul is crucial for the Purple Raiders, as you said, Jacob. No matter what is called on the floor from LaRoche, it will now be Purple Raiders taking 2 free throws, as I think Christian Parker got out of his lane a little early on that shot, which already made Braden Poole's shot not count, no matter if it went in or not.
Yep, Christian Parker just a little bit too early there. It's a lane violation on the Raiders, and so Poole's free throw is going to be wiped off. It's 73-59. Braden now with 19 points in this one, as Pipolo picks up his dribble, gives it up to Hanna. Hanna now outside to Desmond Ross, who fires up a 3, in and out, rebound to Parker. As Parker gives it to Stanislawski. Stanislawski says we'll slow things down here, as the Raiders on top by 14, 3:25 to go in this one. Screen there from Christian Parker. Stanislawski kicks it out to Poole. Poole thought about the 3. Instead, goes to work and drives. And Braden Poole now with 21 points in this one, makes it 75-59.
Yeah, Poole had that slight hesitation right at the free throw line, dribbled it back to his right hand, and just drove it all the way to the basket in for the Purple Raiders.
Pipolo now picks up his dribble, gave it up to Hannah. Hannah lost the ball momentarily, dives on the floor, and Braden Poole's going to come up with yet another steal, but then Desmond Ross returns the favor. Wild sequence. Raiders are going to come up with it. The alley-oop to Painter. Oh, and it counts. Oh, no. They're going to say that the ball bounced off Painter's hand, touched the top of the backboard, which means that it's out of bounds. And oh, my, almost converting on the alley-oop there, a very unconventional way. But it's a turnover for Mount Union, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Chris Painter Jr., as soon as he passed that ball to Christian Parker, pointed up. And I thought we were going to see something, really cool. And it blew my expectations considering, I don't think that ball hit Parker's hand at all. And it really just went straight up and he lost the grip and it fell through. But nonetheless, LaRoche ball.
So Ross now with it. 2.5 minutes to go in this one. Ross looks to drive on Parker. He's cut off by him, but he fires up a fadeaway. That's good. 75-61 now, Raiders. As Painter inbounds it to Stanislavski. Stanislavski now kicks it over to Poole. They're able to break the press once more. Poole now kicks it over in the corner to Newsome. And I don't know what the foul's called. They're going to call a technical foul. And they did warn Hermie Carmichael just a little bit ago that if he kept it up that he was going to get a technical foul, and they were true to their word right there. They get the head coach with the technical foul, and Stanislavski's going to head to the free throw line shooting the technical.
Yeah, there's multiple reasons for coaches to get heated during games, and sometimes it may not be the best look, but at the same time you're trying to stick it with your guys, make sure that they're playing hard, playing the right way of basketball. Some people may think, why get a technical there? But Hermie Carmichael want to stick up for his players and make sure they know how to play this game of basketball.
Yeah, that's for sure, as Stanislavski hits the first technical free throw. Second one's good as well. Stanislavski now 9 points in this one. 77-61 Raiders here as this game starts to wind down in favor of Mount Union. And Newsome's going to inbound it here for the Raiders as well, right in front of that LaRoche bench. As Hermie Carmichael does not look pleased right now on that sideline, as Stanislavski now takes a screen from Braden Poole, and he's going to drive. Stanislavski now kicks it out to Newsome. Newsome now trying to go to work, trying to get to Poole inside. Saved though by Stanislavski. Up top on the alley-oop from half court to Christian Parker. A great slam there by the sophomore.
Wow, great pass right there by Stanislavski. And he actually has the same amount of points and assists for the game tonight with 9. So great job by the senior being able to pass that ball around.
And some really great play here by the Raiders on offense. Stanislavski comes up with the rebound. He's going to call a timeout as he was getting double teamed right there. And the Raiders with this timeout, looks like it's just going to be a benches clearing type timeout, as they're going to have a flurry of substitutions here, which we will get out of the timeout. They will indeed actually get into a huddle here. But Christian Parker's going to take a seat, Davis. He matched his career high tonight with 26 points via an incredible alley-oop slam. Got to ask you, man, what was the better dunk here in this one, Newsome or Parker? It's going to be a close one, I think.
Yeah, it definitely is close. I think Newsome's was definitely, not only, I would say Parker's was a little bit cooler, but I will say Darrell Newsome's dunk was way more important for the Raiders, and I think that is the key, because that's really what sparked not only Newsome's performance in this game, but it also helped the Raiders rebound from them struggling against that 1-2-2 press and that zone defense that LaRoche did come out in the second half playing.
Yeah, that's a great point right there. Great dunks by both of them, and it's really been fun to watch them with those great dunks as well. As bench is cleared here for the Raiders, Alex Thielen, Jonah McCartney, Alec Broscheid, Julian Berry, and the freshman guard from Valley Christian High School, number 31, Sekou Stanley Jr. all-C action here tonight for Mount Union in this final minute and a half as Thielen inbounds it to Stanley. Stanley now over to McCartney, and McCartney give it right back to Stanley as they try to break this press. They're able to do so as Jonah McCartney now hands it off to Stanley. Stanley now kicks it out to Thielen as Thielen looks to go to work here. 8 on the shot clock. Thielen now kicks it over to McCartney. McCartney pump fakes, drives, goes to the rim for the 2, and Jonah McCartney, the nice move down low.
Yes, very impressive right there by McCartney. Sold it on the pump fake, took it in. Nice little 2-step in for that layup.
Raiders are rolling to end this one as Joe Pipolo drives now with under a minute to go. Kicks it out to Brooks. Brooks looks to drive. He's cut off by Broshide. Broshide puts a hand in Jordan Grayson's face. That 3 is no good. Rebound to Stanley.
Yeah, Broshide being, all of 6'10", really just stuck his arm out there, and it was just enough to disrupt Grayson's shot.
Sekou Stanley now trying to go to work. He kicks it out to Thielen. Thielen now, as there's 28 seconds to go in this one, 13 on the shot clock. McCartney now on the perimeter, kicks it off to Stanley. Stanley now drives, picks up his dribble, goes up for the fancy layup, no good. And the rebound's going to go to the Redhawks. There's 15 seconds to go in this one. We'll see if the Redhawks just dribble out the clock. And Brooks is going to drive, go up for the layup, 4-2. He's going to draw the foul on Sekou Stanley as well. So an and-one opportunity here for Michael Brooks with 7.5 seconds to go in this one.
Yeah, and I think Brooks did a nice job of selling when he was going to be shooting, because Julian Berry was anticipating that shot all the way, and if he would have gotten the timing correct, that would have been swatted very heavily.
Brooks' free throw is no good. Thielen comes up with the rebound, and McCartney's just going to hold it here for Mount Union as the Raiders are going to continue to roll, and they pick up their 4th straight victory here. They improve to 14-2 on the season as they win by a final score 81-63. Davis, what are your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I think, Darrell Newsome in the second half really sparked the Raiders' offense as they finished this game with an 18-point win, or excuse me, yes, 18-point win. Sorry, I don't know why I thought I was wrong there. But overall, defense played well. Offense just a little bit better than LaRoche, as Braden Poole and Christian Parker both played very well tonight in the post. Can't wait to see them continue on this play on Wednesday against John Carroll.
Yeah, we'll be on the call there for that John Carroll game. It should be an exciting one here, a big rivalry matchup at the MAC. But just taking a look at the final stat leaders here for the Raiders, Christian Parker with a game high and matching his career high, 26 points and 8 rebounds on 8 for 13 from the floor and 10 for 15 from the free throw line. Braden Poole, a very efficient 21 points on 9 for 10 shooting, also added 10 rebounds for a double-double, 3 blocks, 5 steals. Just an incredible game there from Braden. Darrell Newsome had a big 18 points, including that thunderous jam that we saw, to go with 4 3-pointers and 7 for 9 overall from the floor. Ethan Stanislavski had 9 points, 9 assists tonight for Mount Union as well, as the team was really clicking on all cylinders, shooting 54% overall from the floor and having 25 assists on 30 made field goals. And so the Raiders really had a bunch of fun on that court here tonight. I know Davis and I had a lot of fun up here in the booth giving you all the action. And so signing off for the great Davis Roby, I'm Jacob Attar, and as always, it's a great day to be a Purple Raider.